Good morning, adventurers.
Good morning.
We are back in England, London to be precise.
If you couldn't tell by all this
the
behind
Tower
us.
Bridge right over there. We are actually visiting in summer for once. I can't remember the last time we did that.
I think it's been a while, but even though we've got jackets on, it's just precautionary because it's supposed to rain. It's actually lovely out today though.
If you're a longtime follower of the channel, you probably already know that when we first started traveling and filming our adventures, we spent a lot of time exploring the UK, specifically in England. And we just completely fell in love with the history, the charm, and of course, the food. And we felt like British food kind of had a bad reputation, but we were completely blown away by how delicious everything was.
I mean, we can't get enough of crispy fish and chips. Don't even get me started on the cream tea, you guys. That clotted cream is so yummy. And you all know how to do a scone right. There are tons of hearty dishes to try, and we ate so many pasties, even if I didn't pronounce it correctly at first.
Well, let's be honest, we always mispronounce stuff here, and we're probably gonna mispronounce stuff in this video.
Oh yeah, we're gonna get things wrong. We're Americans, whatever. It's cute and endearing, right?
We ran into someone from Australia in the US, and what did they call Des Moines, Iowa? Des Moines?
Oh, Des Moines. So,
yeah, so
see?
it goes both ways. But since we're back in England, we are on a mission to try so many of the delicious dishes that we fell in love with so many years ago.
We're going to old school, y'all. A food tour in England. We used to do those like every other month, it felt like.
But first things first, we have got to get our breakfast on. And you know what that means. We're going full English, baby.
We're gonna turn a full English into a full American. By that I mean I'm gonna eat everything.
The jokes aren't gonna get any better from here on out,
Oh,
you guys.
no,
I'm sorry in advance.
That's the peak.
Okay, let's go. That's not really the direction, it's this way. I just like to point in a random direction, see how far you go. What I absolutely love about an English breakfast is that you can get it anywhere. In fact, in this area that we're in right now, if you search full English on Google, you're gonna get about 50 different places you can go to. And some of them, like this place we found, serve it all day. Sometimes it's kind of fancy, sometimes it's not fancy at all, but it's always gonna have the same components. Eggs, bacon, sausages, beans, grilled tomato, mushrooms, and usually some kind of toast. And sometimes it will come with this little dark puck-shaped thing, which is known as black pudding. What exactly is black pudding, you ask? Well, it's made from animal blood mixed with fillers like oatmeal, rice, or barley. Then it's cooked and congealed in an animal intestine casing. Sounds delicious.
Exactly how I want to start my day. We are not huge fans of black pudding, and it turns out the English aren't either. In a 2017 poll, people rated all of the components of a full English that they liked, and this was the least liked.
Any good? We haven't had it in probably 6 or 7 years, so.
It's not as bad as I remember. I remember it being very like organ meaty, livery tasting.
Yeah, because I mean, it's blood, so it's gonna have that iron taste.
I would say maybe this is the best black pudding that I've ever had.
Oh. Do you even remember the last time you had it?
Oh, it's been years. We've been avoiding it because we don't like it. Come here and try it. It's definitely worth it. But my favorite thing are their meats. I think this is their bacon, which we would just call ham, or maybe we would call it Canadian bacon. Mix it with that, get a little bit of the hash brown on there. And then I'm gonna dip it all in the beans.
Is that what you're supposed to do?
Uh-huh.
I feel like if we do this wrong, any British person watching is gonna be like, no!
You can't go wrong. Delicious grilled ham, fried hash brown. The beans, I think they called them canned or tinned beans, something like that, but it's a tomato base. Unlike in the States, our baked beans usually have a lot of sugar and maybe like molasses in there.
Sweet and syrupy.
Sweet and syrupy.
And don't get me wrong, they're delicious, but these are more on the savory end.
Yeah, this is definitely more of a breakfast bean, if there were.
A beautiful breakfast bean.
A beautiful breakfast bean.
That's some awesome alliteration. These jokes are getting bad. Getting worse as the video goes on. Well, I'm here for the sausage. So it is very fried. You can see all the grill marks on there. It's fantastic. It's very savory. It's got some herbs in there, but it's so different than what you would get for breakfast in the USA. You'd get basically what we call breakfast sausage, and it is very different than this. And the texture is very different. It is just a very blended sausage. It's nowhere near as like thick and grainy, I guess, as the sausage would be in the States.
It's more like meatloafy.
Yeah, meatloaf. That's what it's kind of like, but it's very good, and we look forward to it every time we come to England and finally get our hands on a full English. Delicious. I just noticed way over there, this guy's filming something with a gigantic cinema camera. Look at the lens attached to that body. Oh my God.
Should we upgrade to it?
And you thought mine was big. Camera, that is.
Big camera.
But not just the camera.
Talking about your bubble and squeak.
Yeah, my bubble.
Your bangers and mash.
I'm talking about my spotted dick. These are all British foods, you guys.
a little raw there, man.
We've just been walking around exploring this area of London, and every time we turn down a street corner, there's a bunch of street vendors, clothes for sale, vintage stuff. There's a ton of street food up ahead that just smells delicious. They have so many meats cooking. Oh man.
If I weren't so full.
Of the English?
Yeah, and I wish I could bottle up this smell for you guys.
Oh, should we do a street food tour next?
Uh-oh.
We haven't done one of those in a long time.
I guess that's true. So we're trying to figure out what the heck is going on here today. The market is taking place on Goulston Street. It says it's a street food market that apparently is open every single day till 3 p.m. except weekends. I don't know.
Yeah,
if you're
so
in the area and you happen to come by here, try it. It looks very popular.
I gotta admit, this tripped me out for a second. That is fantastic. I love it. It is Sunday, y'all, and you know what that means. Well, if you're British, you might know what that means. That means that all around the UK, families are sitting down to a 100-year-old tradition known as the Sunday roast. 100 years old? It's many hundreds of years old.
Hundreds of years old?
They actually don't know the exact origins of it, but it is definitely hundreds of years old. It's a super simple dish that consists of roasted meat, roast potatoes, usually you'll have Yorkshire pudding on there, and usually a handful of other vegetables. And of course, gravy. Lots and lots of gravy.
We love Sunday roast because we don't really have anything like this in the States. I think the closest thing might be Thanksgiving, but that's once a year. Sunday roasts are every freaking week.
Sadly, we don't have a British mum or a grandma to help us whip up our Sunday roast, so we are doing the next best thing. We came to the Libertine, which is in the absolutely stunning Royal Exchange building. The restaurant, though, is this beautiful cellar with these brick archways, and the whole place is just so well designed. Of course, there are tons of places all around the city that serve a Sunday roast, but we heard that this is one of the best, so we're gonna give it a shot.
Our Sunday roast has arrived, and it is just as beautiful as I had hoped. We have on top here our dry-aged beef sirloin. Underneath that, there's some roasted carrots, kale, I think some pureed parsnips, and a little bread hat, also known as Yorkshire pudding.
Yorkshire pudding is a savory side dish that's made from a batter of flour, eggs, and milk, cooked in a very hot pan with animal fat. That's what makes it puff all up like this. So it should be real crispy on the outside and pretty soft on the inside.
And most importantly, we have a whole bucket of gravy.
I must say, it looks absolutely stunningly beautiful, or maybe I'm just really, really hungry right now.
I think we're really hungry.
It looks great. And for some reason, they are pumping Owl City in the background.
I haven't heard this in a while. This is our childhood, man. It's gravy time.
Oh yeah, the best part. They really give you an obscene amount of gravy, don't they?
Oh, no, they give you the perfect amount of gravy, which is all of it.
I love this shot, just like you're here and this gigantic Yorkshire pudding. It's so big, it's the size of your head.
I feel like you could scoop everything in there and eat it like a bread bowl. This meat is so tender, and the dry aging, oh, it gives it so much flavor. But the gravy is really the star. I think it's a red wine gravy. It's got some pepper in there. It's just so dang flavorful.
But check these out. These are duck fat roasted potatoes. So I guess Sunday roast pretty much always comes with some kind of potato or root vegetables in general. Is that too big? Definitely too big.
Definitely.
Well, I'll tell you right now, that puts like American breakfast potatoes to shame. Because you always get a serving of potatoes with your breakfast in the USA. These taste so much better.
All right, I got so excited about all the meat and veggies, I forgot to try my Yorkshire pudding. Full disclosure, I Googled what you're supposed to do with this because I didn't know if you're supposed to eat it with your hand or a fork. It sounds like you could kind of do whatever, but since we're out and about, I'm gonna fork it. Put some gravy on there. That is super buttery and flaky, but it's a bit crispy and crunchy up at the top. This is like exactly what you want to sop up all the leftovers on your plate.
I can't figure out if I'm doing this Yorkshire pudding right. It's just very awkward to even like cut it. Am I doing this right?
I think you do it any way you want to,
Okay,
babe.
there we go. And I mean, this is obviously kind of a fancy, I guess you'd say posh roast dinner, but I don't know if it's typically just kind of like more rough around the edges, but this is absolutely delicious, worth every penny. You didn't hardly touch your Yorkshire pudding. What's the deal?
Well, everything else was just so much more delicious. I just kept forgetting, and now I'm too full. Yorkshire pudding is just one of our favorite things because A, it's called Yorkshire pudding, and in the States, pudding is something very different, but instead it's this big, crazy, over-the-top biscuity bread monster.
Yeah, if someone from the States came here and ordered the pudding, and then this came, they'd be like, there must be a grave error.
A gravy error.
Good one.
Was it? I don't know.
It was, yeah.
Okay.
You guys, this place is huge and you can just kind of like roam around anywhere. Half the restaurant's actually empty. It must be like more of a nightclub, but it is so cool.
The bar area and then the restaurant's on the other side. But this is one of the swankiest places we have ever been in. This is amazing.
Yeah, I mean, the bar is absolutely beautiful. The place smells amazing. The ambiance with the archways made of brick.
Who dreams up such an epic place like this? You gotta have a big budget and a lot of creativity.
Now I'm sad that it's a little too early for a pint because this bar is just begging to be sat at and have a drink at.
But is it? I don't know because I didn't wear my watch today. So every moment is drinking time for me.
Stumbled into Leadenhall Market. We had never heard of this, but we saw a Harry Potter tour roaming around, and we figured they must have filmed scenes from one of the movies here, and they did, indeed. And apparently the entrance to Diagon Alley is around here somewhere. We actually pulled up this shot, and we saw Hagrid walking through the streets exactly where we're standing, like with the camera pointed that way. Pretty cool. Watch out, before you know it, you'll be on the Harry Potter tour. Man, I'm jealous we didn't do that. It's funny, the guy leading that Harry Potter tour, as he roamed by, he said Expelliarmus, which is a spell that makes you drop whatever you're holding. I'm holding my camera and he's probably like, you're filming me, but you're not on the tour, so drop the camera. That's pretty quick thinking.
That was really good.
You guys, check out this gigantic umbrella we have. It reminds me of the scene from the Tonight Tonight video where he bashes the moon people with it. Boop. You don't remember that?
What are you talking about?
Smashing Pumpkins.
Oh. I was not as cool or hip as you.
Yeah, that's their best song. Come on.
Well, I know. I just don't know the music video.
Well, we're going to watch it tonight because it's very good.
Well, that was a truly delicious start to our day, but we are just getting started on our food adventure. But for our next stop, I'm going to have to get a little fancier. That is much better. Now I am ready for afternoon tea.
You getting your pinky ready?
Getting the pinky ready. Working it out.
All right.
Well, I think I don't know what I'm saying.
Do it again.
Well, I think it is safe to say that we found the fanciest and best place to have afternoon tea. We have our tea in hand, we have been brought our sandwiches, sweets will follow. Really what we're here for is the cream tea. That's probably our favorite thing. But when you're in London or England in general, afternoon tea, you go all in. It's a little pricey, but worth it for the experience.
Every time you talk, a bunch of dishes cling in the background.
I know.
So,
sorry everyone. It is a little loud. They do have an interior with a lounge that might be a little quieter.
Yeah, and it is beautiful in there. It's like all pink and very stunning.
Very cool.
You know, if I remember correctly from our past videos, people had a hard time with the amount of milk we would put in our tea. Remember?
Well, in my defense today, we were trying to get a slow-mo shot of me pouring the cream in there, so I put a lot. But normally we make our tea a little white. Yeah. I think you guys probably prefer it a little more tea-colored. This is coronation chicken on turmeric bread. It is definitely, it's like a little sweet curried chicken salad. It's a delight. It's full of flavor.
I love these little sandwiches. They're so adorable. I'm going to eat them all up. They brought us a tower of deliciousness.
Oh my gosh, these are so many sweets. I did not realize it was going to be doubled for both of us.
This is why we love afternoon tea, though. We love the little dessert tower. We've got delicious little scones on the bottom, our sandwiches, our tea. We just feel so fancy.
It's so great. These are some vanilla and sultana buttermilk scones. Of course, served with their freshly made clotted cream and their homemade preserves.
The clotted cream is our favorite part. To make this stuff, you put whole fat milk in the oven. You basically cook it until it clots up. That's what you scrape into this little jar here.
Yeah, I think it takes hours and hours. So you have to be dedicated. And boy, are we happy that people are, because it is one of the most magical things on this earth. All right, now the moment of truth. Which one will she choose first? Well, the only way. you choose is doing jam first.
Oh yeah.
That is the way to do it. We have decided, and you guys can come and fight us over it. And then you take the delicious cream. Oh my god. And you just slather that on top there. Ooh, baby. Okay, but seriously, do it any way you want. As long as all of these ingredients are on there, do it to your heart's content. Baby. Well, it was worth coming back to England just for this. Clotted cream is just so good. Oh my god, it's like a mix between butter and whipped cream. The scone is fresh and warm. The cream is really nice and cold, and the jam just tastes super fresh in there.
Would you say it's your jam?
Oh, it's way my jam. My creamy jam. Well, apparently we are actually the worst at afternoon tea. Even though we love it, we barely ate anything. So, but now we've got the cutest little takeaway filled with goodies.
It's just so much sweet stuff with the tea and then the scones and everything. Dang.
The caffeine and the sugar and everything, we're gonna be bouncing off the walls. But onward to more food.
Are not done yet. There is still more food that we want to try, and next up we need to get our hands on some authentic fish and chips. We have had a lot of fish and chips all over the UK, and when you find one that is done right, it is a magical experience. And everyone knows the absolute best place to get your hands on some legitimate fish and chips is at your local pub.
Okay, so we know that a pub is not actually the best place to get fish and chips, and we know that because the first time we got fish and chips, we went to a pub, and all the locals said, "What are you doing? Do you know that's frozen? You have to go to a chippy on the coast." Which, we have since done that many a times, I assure you. And you are right, it is way better when it's really fresh and perfectly fried and crispy.
And part of the experience is fighting off the seagulls trying to eat your fish and chips.
Yeah. But if you come to London and you can't get out to the coast, we would argue that going to a pub is a good place to get fish and chips because it's got a really good atmosphere. A lot of the chippies are just takeaway joints and you can't really sit and enjoy them. So this is our way to do that, to get a pint of Guinness and to have something local-ish. And you might look out. It might be fresh fish that they serve you.
Yeah, and there are pubs on basically every single block in London. They all have a ton of history. They're all really old, and it's just really fun to go check them out. And of course, they have a ton of local food you can try. And we actually didn't come to just any pub. We came to the Prospect of Whitby, which is, I guess, the oldest riverside pub. I think there's been a pub here since 1520. That's the kind of age range we're talking about here. What's really cool is it might not be on the ocean, but it is on the coast of a river.
I did hear some seagulls, so whatever, it's about the same, right?
If you went out those doors, some seagulls would probably try to eat your fish and
They
chips.
might.
So. That ended up being a lot of lemon in that shot.
That was a lot of lemon.
Whoops. I don't know if we need quite that much.
Lemon is not enough though. You gotta put some vinegar on there. Nice and crispy, crunchy. This is an Allison sized bite. You won with the fish and chips.
Did I?
Yeah, it's the best. It's so good. Well, it's super crunchy on there. The fish is nice and buttery and soft on the inside. It's not too fishy at all. Perfect combination of lemon and vinegar on there.
What else would be playing in the background but Oasis?
True. I think this is what they were listening to in the 1520s.
Yeah, I think so. Well, it turns out you can actually get down to the water. You just gotta go down this tiny, creepy little alley.
That was my nickname in high school.
I knew you were gonna say that. Whoa. Cool. The sea was angry that day. So yeah, I think when the water goes down, this is a little ladder that goes all the way down to like kind of a little sandy beach shore area. But not right now, unless you fancy a swim, love.
No, is that where they get their gravy from? It's about the same color.
Oh no. Well, we had a blast coming back to London, trying all that delicious British food.
We ate a lot.
Yeah, we ate a lot. We actually really love it, you guys. We just love really hearty, meaty dishes. So when you come to UK, do not skip the food, man. Try it all.
Try everything. And then,
Maybe don't try the peas.
yeah, skip
You're not missing anything on the peas. Sorry to any Brits who really love peas. We've never had good peas in our life, whether it's in the States or in the UK.
No, and especially when you put mint in there, I don't get it.
Yeah, not our jam. But this was a pretty quick stop. After this, we are headed up north to, I guess, what you'd consider the most remote islands in Europe.
They're the Faroe Islands. Give it a little Google. Should be beautiful.
Oh yeah, it's going to be mind-blowing.
Yes.
It's not going to be too cold yet, so we're not going to freeze our little butts off, but we cannot wait. So
Yeah.
we'll see you then.
Ooh, all right. Goodbye, adventurers.
Well, we'll see you on the road.
On the road.
Up there, then you get
In
it.
an airplane. Going
Whatever.
Up there.